Hi everyone, welcome along to this video today, and in it I want to show you how to create a super easy editorial calendar. Now obviously we all like to plan in different ways. Some people prefer, a actual piece of paper with a calendar on it. Some people use their Google Calendar and things like that. Now I use all those things, but actually with things like my Google Calendar I find it a bit more difficult to plan out an editorial calendar because I've got other appointments in there and things like that. Whereas this, what I do is I keep it as a complete editorial calendar, so I can put my blog posts in there, or even other things that you've got going on in your business, so that you can see them coming up. Now what I've done is I've actually created a test site where we can look at this. I can't actually show you my Asana normal kind of to-do list because it's got different client things in there. So what I wanted to do was to sort of show you how you would create it from scratch. So first of all, you just pop over to asana.com and you sign up for a completely free account. Once in there, you'll be asked to put your email in, your first name, your last name, a picture if you want to. It's completely up to you whether you want to do that, and you can just call it a team name. Now this was created when I had my Cartwheels Across the Sky site. It's actually on that email. That's why it says Cartwheels Across the Sky, even though I'm on a different website now. But really it's just to show you how I would then create it. Now when you first come in, it might look a bit confusing. I promise you it's not confusing. Now I use this as just a to-do list, so you can just add a task, and you'll see me do that in a second when we come to do some different things. So you can just add tasks as a to-do, so today I've got to do this, tomorrow I've got to do this. You can put dates on it, you can put recurring dates if you've got invoices that you need to send out regularly or anything like that. Asana is such a helpful tool, and the fact that it's free makes it even better. Now you can actually even work with other people. You can invite other people to particular projects, so you wouldn't have to show them everything. You would just create a project down here, and I'll show you that in a second, and then you could invite people to that. And even on the free one you can do that. I think you are limited. I'm not sure exactly how many people you can invite. It may only be 3, but it's still super helpful if, say, you work with somebody else, or you've got a VA, web developer or something like that. There's lots of things that you can do with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a few dummy tasks so you can see the beauty of Asana laid out in front of you, because it's not just a list, you can actually see it in calendar form. So the first thing I would do is I would create a project. So let's call it Editorial Calendar. Now if you are using this as your general to-do list, you can have lots of different projects. So you could have projects for your clients, you could have projects for the different things that you've got to do in terms of production within your business. So you can have multiple projects, and so say this editorial calendar one, you can actually create a calendar, a physical calendar in front of you for each of the different projects, so you can see what's coming up. So we created it. It's just called Alison's Test Team because that's what I called it at the beginning. I'm just sharing it with myself. So let's create the project. Now just here you can see project actions. What you can actually do is you can create a highlight color for all your different projects, and that makes it super easy to see them. So I'm going to go with a nice pink for this one. Then obviously you could add more projects if you wanted to. You could have clients, you could have invoicing. I'm just creating all sorts of different things. I'm not giving you a full rundown today of Asana. I might do that at another time, but what I really wanted to show you was the power of it for actual editorial calendars. So let's just choose different colors there, so you can see down the side. It just makes it a little easier. Anyway, let's head back to our editorial calendar, and let's add tasks. Now normally you will probably only have one blog, so if you're planning out your blog content for the months ahead, you're probably only going to have one, but I'm actually going to show you how you could even do it with more than that. So let's add a task. So the first one I'm going to do is my art of craft site, and I'm going to add in my Halloween tutorial. Oops, if I could spell that, that would help, wouldn't it? Okay, now this here is who you assign it to. Now obviously if you've got team members, you can assign it to those people. I'm just going to assign it to me. And you can see over here on the right, it opens up the task. So you can actually add a further description there. And this comments is if you were working with some other people, you can actually mail back between each other. So that's how helpful it is. You can love it. You can add tags. Not sure what that one is. You can add attachments, and then there's more actions that you can do there. So you can duplicate tasks to make things easy. You can copy the task URL if you want to send it to someone. You can delete it, all those sorts of things. But what's important for us for our calendar is to put a due date in. So let me say I was going to put that live on the 11th of October. Then I come down. You can just click in here to add a task, or click there. Then I'm going to do pet hooligans. How to litter train your bunny, obviously important. Again, I'll assign it to me, and I'll pop in a due date. Let's put that one out on the 17th of October. And then this one, I'm going to actually call it AMW. That's my AlisonMwood.com site. And again, let's do 10 tips for building your list. Again, pop me, and then let's put the 25th of October. Now obviously you can put as many things in there, and what would be really helpful for this is to plan out your months ahead. So say you're somebody that wants to blog twice a month or once every week. You could go in, you could work through things like seasonal events. So say for example, you know you're having a Christmas sale come up mid-December. So let's just put that in here. So let's go art of crafts, art of craft, oh, I cannot write today. So art of crafts, let's do pre-Christmas sale, and then assign it to me. And then let's say we're going to start that on the 1st of December, so I know that's coming up. And then let's do pet hooligans. Let's do a Thanksgiving offer, and let's have that coming up sort of early November. So we just pop in here. Let's do it, say, from the 10th of November, something like that. Okay, so you've got a few different things in there. Now, what I would do is I would work through all the things you know that you've got coming up, fill all those in first, and then maybe have a good brainstorm of different ideas of blog posts that you've got to write. Now you can just add them in here even if you don't assign dates for them. So what makes this really good is that as you think of a good idea, just pop it in here, and then you can always slot it in to the editorial calendar at a later date. It stops that problem of thinking of a good thing and then completely forgetting about it. And you know, you've then got a good source of ideas. I've actually got a free giveaway on 30 different blog post ideas, and I'll leave a link below this video because that might help you as well, because you could go through some of those and slot them in. Now, what makes this really brilliant is that once you've got all your to-dos in there, what you can do is across here you can see your list, and then you click on your calendar, and you can actually see in calendar form when everything is due. Now that makes it super easy to plan things out. Even goes here into November, so you can just scroll through, or you can click on today, or you can change the month or the year or anything like that. But you can just scroll down and see what you've got coming up. And then you can also obviously change things around. All you'd have to do is head back to the list. You could change a date, so actually no, I don't want that starting then. Let's have it starting on the 7th, and then it's automatically going to update for you. Hopefully you can see the power of this, and as I say, you can keep all your other things in Asana. You can just have your project as the editorial calendar, and that will help you plan things out. Now, if you wanted to, you could even add social media updates in here, guest post opportunities that you've got going on. You could add in your newsletter, when your newsletter is going to go out, so you could, you know, make sure that you know, for example, here, so let's say my Pet Hooligans newsletter, and I'll show you actually how you do that as recurring. So again, I just sign it to me. So let's say I want it to go out every 2 weeks, starting on Monday, October the 16th. So I would click on that, just click on that. And then you can go down here to set to repeat. And all you do is you can do weekly, monthly, yearly, or I think you can do every 2 weeks. There you go. So you can do it every 2 weeks on the Monday, and then you say OK. When we head back into the calendar, you can then see there, I'm meant to be sending out a newsletter. Am I ready for this? Then you scroll down. Oh, that didn't actually, I think what happens is it pops it in the next time. Once you've done that one, it then shows up on the next 2 weeks time. So you can see how powerful it is. You can see that it keeps reminding you, you know exactly what you've coming up that's planned, and you can just keep moving forward because you know what you're supposed to be writing. So if I know that I've got a Thanksgiving offer coming up here, I can make sure that I'm preparing for it. I hope that's been helpful. I hope that you do look at this, because an editorial calendar can really help keep you on track, keep your blogging moving forward, and that's so important for helping you to rank in the search engines, getting more people onto your list, and ultimately making more sales. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys.